Hey guys, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Today I'm going to be doing a why you should or why you should not farm the Nightsisters. If you're unfamiliar with this type of video, I basically break down the pros and cons of farming certain factions in the game, specifically when they get reworked or when something new happens to them. So the Nightsisters have been introduced and they are really powerful, guys. If you haven't seen some of the Game Changers videos, they show that the Nightsisters can really destroy CLS, which is kind of weird because nobody really thinks of the Nightsisters that good, but apparently they're really good and they're really hard to farm, and we're going to go over the pros and cons of farming them. So pro number one, they can destroy CLS and all of his garbage meta right now. Now they might even, because of that, they might actually make their own garbage meta, but still, the point is they can destroy CLS, and that's something the game kind of needs for a variety of reasons, for changing up the meta, making things interesting. Number two, Mother Talzin is actually really cool, guys, and she's just kind of, that's my kind of bias. I just think Mother Talzin's like the best one of them all. Maybe Nightsister Zombie, because Nightsister Zombie can revive like forever, which is also really annoying, assuming that there's another Nightsister alive. So that's pretty cool as well. The Nightsisters, they're just a cool faction, guys. I'm actually really excited. I know a lot of people are kind of angry about the whole Scooby-Doo type theme that's going on with Halloween, and you know, Star Wars isn't supposed to be ghosts and etc. But I kind of like the way that Capital Games has done this so far. I think it's kind of a cool little variety. It's a nice little addition, and it kind of makes sense. I mean, these things are canon, and not only are they canon, but to make them in the game and make them good in the game is something I think a lot of people have been requesting. So that's a really good job on the developers' part to make them a little bit more viable and a little more important, to make you guys think whether or not you have to farm them or not to be good in the game. Another pro, they will be really, really good in the heroic AAT raid, specifically Phase 3. The Nightsister Zombie will be lethal in Phase 3 whenever the toppled tank shoots out randomly, because that sucker will just revive all the time, and it's really nice. So that just gives you guys a little vision. Obviously you can't see the gameplay because I don't have any gameplay of them, but it's going to be really neat, and I don't know. It's just really cool. Another really good character is Nightsister Spirit, because they always gain like foresight. It's like an upgrade version of TIE Fighter Pilot, and they're just neat little characters. They do a variety of things through debuffs that cannot be cleansed or resisted, which is weird because it's cool, but it kind of stops Rex too. And then lastly, guys, the big thing is the revives, because some of the characters, when Darth Nihilus uses his Annihilator, Boba Fett uses Execute, or Death Trooper uses Terminate, when they can't revive, the rule with the Nightsister Zombie is that it can in fact be revived regardless of that ability that says they cannot be revived. So it's kind of annoying. You can't really annihilate your way through the Nightsister Zombie, which is a little weird too. So that's the pros about farming the Nightsisters, guys. Arena team, great. Galactic War team, good heroic AAT squad. Now we're looking at the cons. The gear, it's just a lot to put into a faction that might actually get surpassed by the next faction rework. That would probably be the Separatists or Bounty Hunters. It's just a lot to put into characters you don't use. Nobody uses Talia. Nobody uses Old Daka unless you're a really ancient player. Nobody uses Asajj Ventress relatively. So it's just kind of weird to put all that effort into a certain faction, and I'm sure that, like, I'm kind of all in. You know, I like the idea. I just don't see the point really in going into that faction. I mean, I know the Zetas and some gear would be great, but the truth of the matter is that nobody really has those resources to spend on the Nightsisters, because they're not used for a mod challenge, and because they're not used for a mod challenge, and because they're not really that great for heroic AT, aside from Phase 3 and probably other different phases too. I mean, I'm sure they shine, but the moral here is that like, nobody really cares about heroic AT anymore. They can't be used in any territory battles currently. Maybe they might do a dark side territory battle in the future, but they're basically useless outside of arena. They have no ships. It's a lot to invest in a team that could probably be surpassed by the next faction rework, and it's a lot of crystals, a lot of time. I mean, it's a lot of gear, guys. So that's kind of the why you shouldn't. In addition, the events that are they're really cool events, guys. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but I'm not going to spend those resources to get my Nightsister clan up there just because I don't have the resources to spend. I've got a lot of other teams I want to build. The safest bet to do right now, in my opinion, is Resistance by far. Resistance is the way to go. With the new movie coming out, you're bound to get something good, guys. They changed the name of Rey to Scavenger Rey. Very interesting. And also, that probably means that we're going to get a Starkiller base Rey, if you've seen in the game before. I don't know, just a lot, you know, I just don't see the importance in farming the Nightsisters. Definitely stick to Resistance, because when they do this new movie stuff, there's always going to be those new characters they add in. It's kind of their pattern that they follow. They like to stick to what the movie's kind of going to be about. So they're going to do a lot of things to hype up The Last Jedi. So I definitely recommend paying attention to the Resistance. Why you should not farm the Nightsisters: they're not used for a mod challenge. They're very okay for the heroic AT. I'm sure they do fine, but not really that great. It's a lot of upgrades, a lot of effort, material, and time put into a faction that's only going to be good in arena. And you want to use, like I said, I mean, the main goal with Galaxy of Heroes, if you were to look at the theme of Galaxy of Heroes, you want to get characters that have multiple uses in the game. That's really the key. Since there's no dark side territory battles, I give them a thumbs down. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that answers your question about the Nightsisters. You know, do what you want. If you farm the Nightsisters and, you know, you love them and you love those Nightsisters, you love owning the meta, that's fine. For me, I'm okay with not having Mother Talzin 7 stars and whatnot, and I'm okay with not having the Ewok 7 stars because I know that those factions are not very good, and I just want to stick to what's important. I want to stick to my plan. So definitely farm Resistance if you haven't already, guys. That's a big hint. And lastly, guys, the links to each specific character, Mother Talzin, Nightsister Spirit, and Nightsister Zombie, are in the description, so you guys can check out those, as well as the content update post that was posted on October 18th. Just so you guys are kind of aware of what's going on, just so you guys can see the kits of each specific character if you didn't read it already in the video. If you enjoyed this one, drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.